on 105.9 FM and streaming worldwide on the WMAL app. O'Connor and Company.
6:37 now on this Wednesday, 7th day of January. Thanks for tuning in to O'Connor and Company. And thanks for listening in on our morning conversation about everything that matters. Coming up at 7:35, Jason Isaac, American Energy Institute, on what's going on with oil and gas prices. 8:05 brings us Jim Hansen, retired Special Forces dude, talk about the Mark Kelly situation. Then at 8:35, Governor Scott Walker, Young America's Foundation, to reflect on the passing of Michael Reagan yesterday. It's Larry O'Connor alongside Bethany Mandel. Good morning, Bethany.
Good morning.
And Bethany, I would love for Cal Thomas here, who joins us now, to sort of pick up on that note real fast about Michael Reagan. Cal, first of all, good morning. Happy New Year. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Always a pleasure. I just finished making hotel reservations in Greenland. I want to be on top of that.
Was it the Trump Hotel by any chance that you were?
Well, no. Yeah, I think they're going to build a ballroom off it too. But
absolutely.
Yeah.
Listen, Michael Reagan, obviously the son of President Ronald Reagan, also a political commentator, or for a little while a radio host in his own right. His passing yesterday, I was kind of surprised that he had passed away. I didn't realize.
Well, he'd been kind of out of the limelight recently.
Yeah.
I knew him a little bit. Knew his mother and Jane Wyman. I got a great Jane Wyman story to tell you after this, if you like. Michael was molested as a child. He had a really difficult childhood. He was teased by classmates as being an illegitimate child because he was adopted by the Reagans, and he struggled a lot. He later came to faith in Christianity and turned his life around and became a really, really good talk show host. One of the things that I think differentiated Michael from a lot of the other talk show hosts is that he would explain legislation. He would take these difficult bills, some of them hundreds of pages long, and break them down in ways that average people could understand them. He was really a good talk show host. He did a great job. Now, I got to tell you the Jane Wyman story.
Yeah, I want to hear that.
So one night I went to pick Jane Wyman up at her house. I'd gotten to know her through the great actress Loretta Young, and this is before GPS, and I was to take her back to a hotel in Palm Springs where we were having dinner with a bunch of celebrities and other people, and I got lost, and it was dark, and it was just the two of us, and I turned to her and I said, if we're found here, whose reputation do you think will be hurt the most?
Wait, what'd she say, though?
She just kind of looked at me. She wasn't sure.
I think she was sure.
She's a great lady. She had many offers to tell all about Ronald Reagan. Many financial offers from book publishers. She turned them all down.
Yeah, very classy.
Yep.
I'd love for you to reflect also on a different kind of passing, the passing of the Corporation for Public Broadcasting. It officially shut down. And one wonders if PBS would still be around if they had just not made that decision so long ago to go not just left, but hard left and exclude. And they always point to William F. Buckley, who, of course, hasn't been on PBS. Well, he hasn't been alive for decades, let alone been on PBS. But if only they had actually decided, let's really have all views here, and let's not just go to the hard left inside the Beltway, Manhattan, D.C. sort of perspective on things.
Well, this is the arrogance of the left, Larry, and they think they are completely right, despite evidence that they have been completely wrong on so many things, and that's about to be proved in New York City with Mamdani, and it certainly has been proved in Venezuela, where most of the country was living in poverty and being starved of their right amounts of money from the oil industry there. So this is always the arrogance. You know, we went to the right schools and you didn't. Our columns appear in the right papers and yours don't. We don't read anybody else. We don't watch anything else. We would never watch Fox News, or because the left says, because if we were caught, we would be listed as traitors. And so that's their worldview. And so there's some great shows on PBS. I mean, I always love All Creatures Great and Small and some of these other series, but the news stuff is so slanted to the left, you would think you were living in a totalitarian country by watching it.
Yeah, which we kind of are.
Yeah, well,
not the way
ways.
not the way they think.
No.
So let's focus on what's really important with all of this. did they just kill Big Bird? Or perhaps is there a private corporation protecting Big Bird and Elmo?
There could be, and there should be. And if you like that kind of stuff and you want your kids to watch it, and when I was growing up, I had books. Imagine that. I remember a little book called Little Toot, the Engine That Could. And later there was, the Thomas the Tank Train, no relation. And all these things. I managed to get a decent education, a decent worldview, and without PBS. So a lot of parents just want to apparently turn their kids over to the TV set and let Big Bird and Elmo and the rest. I remember when I was a copy boy at NBC, I remember Sam and Friends, which was a show at 11:25 at night just before Jack Parr and the Tonight Show, and Jim Henson and Kermit the Frog and some of the early characters did their little thing there, and I got to know Jim a little bit. And when he hit it big with a Wilkins coffee ad, made a lot of money, he went out and bought a Rolls Royce and parked it next to my Pontiac Tempest Le Mans 4-cylinder car. And I said, Jim, would you mind moving your car? He said, is it in the way? I said, no, you're just depreciating the value of my car.
That's hilarious. Listen, Cal, before we let you go, a quick reflection on the military action and law enforcement action to apprehend Maduro there in Venezuela, and what appears to be a very different tune being sung by certain Democrats in town who just a couple of years ago really wanted Maduro gone, but now apparently, how dare you get rid of Maduro?
Yeah, they make the old show on television called Flipper look really bad because they are unbelievable flippers. Chuck Schumer, Chris Murphy, all the others were calling for the ouster of Maduro during the first Trump administration and even during the Biden administration. Now all of a sudden they've decided that it's politically beneficial to them to take the other side. I used to say Washington D.C. is the only place where the politicians with convictions are in prison. I think what comes next is a legitimate question. There's a UK Daily Mail story that just popped up. Armed motorcycle gangs hunt down Trump supporters on streets of Caracas as Venezuela issues 90-day order to arrest anyone supporting the U.S. attack after Maduro's ouster. This is all organized, of course, but what comes next is very important. Cuba, I hope, will come next. I think it's long past time to topple that evil regime, and I love the fact that the Ayatollah in Tehran has got an escape plan to Moscow. So I guess he's trusting Putin more than Allah.
Cuba next, huh? Don't threaten Marco Rubio with a good time, Cal Thomas. Thanks for doing. Next week, since you dabbled into your Jim Henson stories, next week I want to hear about your secret love affair with Sherry Lewis and Lamb Chop, okay?
I thought we were keeping that quiet.
Thank you, Cal. It's 6:44.